just dancing and the hip hop that was there. And I wanted people to get, not have to get dressed up and just come over the house and stay up to the sunrise.
New party footage featuring Diddy, Kim Kardashian, and Jennifer Lopez has sparked fresh rumors and speculation. These three are big names in the entertainment world, but this latest event has everyone talking. Could this footage play a role in Diddy's ongoing legal troubles? And we'll also dive into how these moments tie back to Diddy's famous white parties, where the guest list often reveals more than meets the eye. So join us as we explore how the new party footage of Diddy, Kim Kardashian, and Jennifer Lopez changes everything. Diddy white parties. Diddy was a big name in the music world throughout the 2000s, working with huge stars like Usher, Mary J. Blige, and Jennifer Lopez. But aside from his music, Diddy was known for his legendary white parties, which became the must-attend event for A-listers. From 1998 to 2009, these parties were the talk of the town. They started in the Hamptons before moving to other high-end spots like Beverly Hills and St. Tropez. The concept was simple but iconic. Everyone had to wear all white, and the party decor matched. Diddy told Oprah in 2006 that the dress code was meant to strip away everyone's image and make everyone feel equal. His parties mixed old money New Yorkers with stars from the music industry, creating a unique and diverse vibe. Diddy once said these gatherings broke down racial and generational barriers. The first white party happened during Labor Day weekend on September 7, 1998. It was a laid-back BBQ at Diddy's New Hamptons home, with around 200 guests. The guest list was wild, a mix of Harlem locals, socialites, and stars like Leonardo DiCaprio, fresh off his success from Titanic. The final white party took place on July 4th, 2009 in Beverly Hills. Co-hosted by Ashton Kutcher, it doubled as a charity event for Malaria No More and brought together stars like Khloe Kardashian and Nicole Scherzinger. Today, though, with Diddy facing serious charges related to sex trafficking and racketeering, many are revisiting the glitzy image of these famous white parties in a different light. Paris Hilton once looked back on Diddy's first white party in the Hamptons and called it iconic, saying, "Everyone was there." Martha Stewart, another guest at that first party, remembered the sight of everyone dressed in white as stunning, but not everyone had the same experience. Music industry insider Tom Swoop recalled that there were different levels of access at the party. Some guests could go into exclusive areas that others weren't allowed in, and after a certain time, kids had to leave. In a video shared online, Diddy can be seen addressing the crowd from a balcony, telling them, "We fed you all. We gave you drinks. Now it's time to enjoy life." He even announced that kids had just an hour left before they had to head home, saying, "When you get older, this is the kind of party you'll want to come to." Over the years, Diddy's white parties became legendary, with a guest list full of A-listers. If you were someone in Hollywood or the music world, chances are you made it to one of these events. Stars like Aretha Franklin, Jay-Z, Beyonce, Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton, Sarah Jessica Parker, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Ashton Kutcher all made appearances at one point or another. The parties had a unique mix of celebrities, models, socialites, and even non-famous folks from the music industry, making them the ultimate place to be. As the drama unfolds, fans are buzzing on social media about Kim Kardashian's link to Diddy. Many are wondering if she could get in trouble because of his legal issues. Why is Kim's lawyer getting so much attention right now? With so much happening, let's delve into this. Kim Kardashian in the spotlight. As we all know that Diddy is currently facing serious charges, including sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy. Among those caught up in the drama is Kim Kardashian, who has recently made headlines herself. Just before Diddy's properties were searched in March, Kim reportedly unfollowed him on Instagram and started distancing herself. Kim's connection to Diddy goes back to wild nights of partying with friends like Paris Hilton and Khloe Kardashian. With so many layers to their relationship, what does this mean for Kim? Will she have to deal with the fallout from Diddy's legal issues? The spotlight is now on her, and the stakes have never been higher. Adding to the buzz, Kim's ex-boyfriend Ray J, whose real name is William Ray Norwood Jr., has shared his own experiences at Diddy's parties. In a recent interview with Chris Cuomo on News Nation's Cuomo, he mentioned that many people in the industry seem unaware of any serious allegations against Diddy. Recently, photos from P. Diddy's Labor Day celebration went viral, showing Kim Kardashian alongside Diddy and Paris Hilton. The images stirred up old memories, including a clip from Asterisk Keeping Up with the Kardashians Asterisk, where Khloe Kardashian recalls one of Diddy's extravagant parties. She mentioned that when Justin Bieber attended at just 20, half of the people were butt naked. Khloe is now in the spotlight again, as a 2016 video from her talk show Asterisk Cocktails with Khloe is making rounds online. In the clip, she and Kourtney chat with Diddy, and Khloe says, "When you think of a party or a good time, Puff comes to mind." The Kardashians and Diddy have shared the same social circles for years, but it seems they've started to pull away recently. It's a reminder that when times get tough, not everyone sticks around. Friends in need aren't always friends indeed. Also, after Diddy's arrest, a user on X claimed that Kim Kardashian was tangled up in the situation and even under FBI investigation. The user posted a video suggesting that Kim was connected to Diddy's infamous tapes and that she had been accused of blackmail and drugging men. In response, Kim's lawyer sent a cease and desist order, demanding the user take down the post. The video is no longer available. The user shared images of the cease and desist order from Kim's attorney, Christina Davis, claiming it was all about protecting Kim's reputation. Despite the legal threat, the user declared that they wouldn't back down, stating, "Their threats and intimidation are pointless. Nothing can stop what's about to unfold." They even added a chilling note that if they went silent, it wouldn't be by choice. The cease and desist letter stated that the claims against Kim were completely false and illegal, warning that if the video wasn't removed, they would pursue legal action for defamation. Reactions from netizens were mixed. One user remarked, "I'm not saying this is fake, but this is fake." Another joked about the credibility of the claims, while some started to reconsider the situation. As one user pointed out, if it wasn't true, why not ignore it like other silly rumors online? With so much speculation swirling, it seems the situation is far from over. Now that we've looked at the drama with Kim Kardashian and Diddy, let's focus on Jennifer Lopez. She's known for her stunning looks at Diddy's white parties, and pictures of her from those events are popping up online. What does this mean for her reputation? Is she linked to the current controversies? Let's delve into this. Jennifer Lopez on high alert. Any celebrity linked to Diddy Combs, especially those who dated him like Jennifer Lopez, is under intense scrutiny. Fans are buzzing about which A-listers have attended Diddy's notorious freak-off parties, rumored to involve illegal drugs, hidden cameras, sex workers, and underage girls. Since Diddy's many allegations surfaced, Jennifer Lopez's past relationship with him has been viewed with increasing criticism. Recently, a clip from an old interview of Jennifer's resurfaced, igniting conversations online. In the clip, she candidly shared her feelings about Diddy, revealing that she initially didn't like him at all. "At first, I didn't like him. I thought he was like ick," Jennifer admitted. She explained that their personalities were very different. She was family-oriented and the marrying type. Reflecting on how they got together, Jennifer recalled, "When we first worked together on the video, I was married. Even though I was going through problems, nobody knew that." Before dating Diddy, she was briefly married to Ojani Noah from 1997 to 1998. But by 1999, she was in a relationship with the rapper. As they became friends, their bond grew stronger. "We both understood where we were at that time in our lives," she said, emphasizing how they shared similar feelings. Toward the end of the clip, Jennifer recounted the night they were arrested following a shooting at a New York nightclub in December 1999. She described sitting handcuffed to a bench and feeling comforted by someone who cared enough to make things okay. That night, Jennifer Lopez, Diddy, and his Bad Boy Records artist Moses Shine Barrow were involved in the chaos when a stolen gun was discovered in the car they used to flee the scene. While Jennifer was quickly released and cleared of all charges, Diddy and Shine faced gun possession charges. Diddy was acquitted, but Shine was found guilty on 5 counts and sentenced to 10 years in prison in 2001 before being deported to Belize after his release. During this controversy, a viral image from Diddy's star-studded 4th of July party in 2000 shows him lounging in bed with Jennifer Lopez and the late R&B star Aaliyah. The cozy snapshot also features late record executive Andre Harrell, model Natan Adcock, and Damon Dash, all of them smiling and enjoying each other's company on a large bed. At that time, Jennifer Lopez and Diddy were still an item, dating from 1999 to 2001. Back in 2015, Jennifer appeared on The Wendy Williams Show *, where Wendy teased about the possibility of her getting back together with Diddy. Well, in another twist of drama, Diddy dropped a bombshell on Jimmy Kimmel Live * about a rumored threesome involving Jennifer Lopez and Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. While chatting with Kimmel in 2023, the host playfully prodded Diddy about the juicy gossip, asking, "When you were dating Jennifer Lopez, did Will and Jada try to pick her up for a threesome? And were you really going to beat up Will Smith?" Diddy seemed taken aback, replying with a hint of disbelief. "You really heard that?" "Nah." Kimmel, grinning, confessed he'd seen it online and quipped, "You're telling me I can't believe everything I read?" Combs played along, widening his eyes and spreading his hands as he jokingly said, "What? I don't know what you're talking about." The playful exchange left fans buzzing, adding another layer to the already tangled web of celebrity relationships. As the spotlight on Diddy intensifies, his timeline of accusations and lawsuits reveals a troubling pattern of alleged misconduct. How could a music mogul rise to such fame only to face such serious claims? And what does this mean for the legacy he's built? Let's delve into this. A timeline of accusations and lawsuits. Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against Diddy on November 16th, claiming he raped her in 2018 and subjected her to years of abuse, including physical violence and controlling her personal and professional life. Just one day later, on November 17th, Cassie settled her $30 million lawsuit for an undisclosed amount, stating to CNN that she chose to resolve this matter amicably. Diddy's lawyer insisted that the settlement doesn't mean he did anything wrong, and he continues to deny the allegations. On November 23rd, an anonymous woman accused Diddy and singer Aaron Hall of raping her and a friend back in 1990 or 1991 after they met at an MCA Records event in New York. This lawsuit was filed just before a new New York law allowed older assault cases to be brought to court, even if they were usually past the statute of limitations. On the same day, Joey Dickerson-Neal also came forward, claiming in her lawsuit that Diddy drugged her, sexually assaulted her, and secretly recorded the attack while she was a college student in 1991. Diddy faced another sexual assault lawsuit on December 6th, with allegations that he drugged and participated in a gang rape in 2003 when the woman was just 17. In February, producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones sued Diddy, alleging he was forced to engage in unwanted sexual activities at Diddy's direction. Jones claimed Diddy hosted sex trafficking parties that included underage girls and illegal drugs, suggesting that some record executives looked the other way for financial gain. On May 19th, Cassie Ventura broke her silence after CNN released a 2016 video showing Diddy attacking her in a hotel hallway. She shared on Instagram that domestic violence broke her and that she will always be recovering from her past. Diddy later apologized for the incident. On May 22nd, former model Crystal McKinney filed a lawsuit in Manhattan, claiming Diddy drugged and sexually assaulted her at his New York recording studio in 2003. On May 24th, April Lampro accused Diddy of sexual assault in a New York lawsuit, detailing 4 frightening encounters between 1995 and 2001 including 3 rapes and an incident where he forced her to take ecstasy. By May 29th, federal investigators were gearing up to call Diddy's accusers to testify before a grand jury, with many plaintiffs already interviewed, suggesting that prosecutors might be looking to file the charges against him, although nothing had been confirmed yet. Diddy was arrested in Manhattan on September 16th after being indicted by a grand jury. The next day, a federal court unsealed charges against him for racketeering, sex trafficking, and transportation for prostitution, claiming he abused, threatened, and coerced women to satisfy his sexual desires and protect his image. A memo revealed that Diddy and others allegedly set fire to someone's car using a Molotov cocktail, a claim echoing Cassie's earlier lawsuit, where she said Diddy blew up a car owned by rapper Kid Cudi. On September 24th, Diddy found himself sharing a cell with former cryptocurrency mogul Sam Bankman-Fried at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, as Bankman-Fried serves a 25-year sentence for fraud and money laundering related to the FTX scandal. That same day, Talia Graves filed a federal lawsuit claiming Diddy and his associate offered her wine in 2001 that made her feel dizzy and weak before they raped her while her hands were tied behind her back. A documentary was released on September 26th on Tubi, featuring an interview with Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo. He discussed the leaked video of Diddy attacking Cassie, calling the indictment a takedown of a successful black man, and stating he doesn't expect Diddy to accept a plea deal. Finally, on September 27th, Diddy was accused of drugging and raping a woman multiple times, identified as Jane Doe in the lawsuit. She claims she became pregnant after one encounter and is seeking unspecified damages. The timeline of accusations and lawsuits against Diddy paints a troubling picture of a once celebrated music mogul facing serious allegations of misconduct and abuse. As more claims emerge, many are left questioning how these revelations will impact his career and legacy in the entertainment industry. Diddy is staring down a serious future, facing the possibility of life in prison if convicted of racketeering conspiracy. The sex trafficking charge carries a minimum sentence of 15 years. He will stay in federal custody as his trial approaches, after his lawyers couldn't convince a judge to grant him bail. But before we move further, let's rewind a bit. What relationship did Diddy have with Justin Bieber? What was Bieber doing spending so much time with Diddy as a teenager, and why is this raising concerns now? That's where we're heading next, so don't go anywhere. Early connection between Diddy and Bieber. The relationship between Sean Diddy Combs and Justin Bieber stretches back to when Bieber was a teenager, and it has now come under heavy scrutiny. When Bieber was only 15, he found himself spending time with Diddy, who was over 40 at the time. One of the most discussed moments from their time together is a resurfaced 2009 video where Diddy talks about how he was given custody of Bieber for 48 hours.
I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me, so
Diddy even jokes about going full crazy and not being able to disclose what they were doing during the time. Although at the time, this might have seemed harmless to some, in light of the serious allegations against Diddy, fans are revisiting these moments with growing concern. Several videos have resurfaced in the wake of Diddy's sex trafficking charges, and fans are now viewing them in a much darker light. In the 2009 clip, Diddy makes cryptic remarks about spending time with Bieber, which many find unsettling. Diddy, an established industry mogul referring to Bieber as being under his custody, has raised serious questions, especially now that Diddy faces allegations of exploiting vulnerable individuals. Another clip from a 2016 party has also gone viral, in which Bieber, visibly awkward, smiles as Diddy talks about their plans to go out and get some girls. While these moments were perhaps brushed off at the time as part of Bieber's rise in the entertainment industry, they now add fuel to conspiracy theories about what was really happening behind the scenes. Fans are questioning why a teenager was spending so much time in such situations with someone far older, and whether Bieber might have been taken advantage of. The reaction from fans in the media has been swift and critical. On platforms like X, formerly Twitter, users are expressing their shock, calling the videos creepy and disturbing. Some fans are openly wondering why no one stepped in to protect Bieber during his teenage years, particularly given Diddy's influence and wealth. Bieber's apparent discomfort in the resurfaced clips has only added to the concern, with many seeing it as a sign that something more sinister may have been happening. Despite the growing attention surrounding these videos and the charges against Diddy, Justin Bieber has remained conspicuously silent. Sources close to him suggest that Bieber is focused on his family and personal life, especially after recently becoming a father. However, fans are left speculating about the reasons behind his silence. Given Bieber's traumatic experiences in the music industry, which he has spoken about in the past, some wonder if there is more to the story than meets the eye. Bieber's decision to not publicly address the issue has left a gap that fans and critics alike are eager to fill. Whether he is avoiding the controversy to protect his own mental health or to distance himself from Diddy's legal troubles remains unclear. Still, his silence only adds more layers to the mystery surrounding his past relationship with Diddy. But while fans speculate, the legal case against Diddy continues to evolve. In the next chapter, we'll dive into the latest bombshell testimonies and new developments that could send shockwaves through the entire music industry. Could these new testimonies reveal more high-profile names involved? What other shockwaves might these developments send across the entertainment industry? Stick around, because it's about to get even more explosive. Broader news about the case and new developments Sean Diddy Combs' legal issues reached a new height in September 2024, when he was formally arrested and charged with sex trafficking, racketeering, and running a criminal enterprise. The charges stemmed from a long-running investigation that began in 2023 after Cassie Ventura, Diddy's former girlfriend, filed a lawsuit accusing him of years of physical and sexual abuse. Federal authorities raided Diddy's homes in Beverly Hills and Miami, uncovering disturbing evidence that tied him to a network of exploitation. One of the most significant elements of Diddy's legal battle is the growing number of testimonies from alleged victims. Some victims have claimed they were coerced into participating in freak-off parties, events allegedly orchestrated by Diddy that involve drugs, manipulation, and sexual exploitation. These testimonies provide a detailed and disturbing account of the culture of abuse that Diddy allegedly fostered within his inner circle. Perhaps most shockingly, some male sex workers have come forward with claims of exploitation, complicating the case even further. Their accounts point to a broader, more systematic form of abuse, where both men and women were subjected to Diddy's control. These testimonies could be pivotal in securing a conviction, especially given the weight of the accusations that have now been made public. There has also been significant discussion around the broader implications of the case for the entertainment industry. Some argue that Diddy's arrest is part of a larger reckoning within the music world, echoing the impact of the #MeToo movement on Hollywood. They say the power dynamics at play are finally being exposed, and more individuals might soon be held accountable for years of unchecked abuse. As the legal proceedings move forward, there are a few possible outcomes for Diddy. Some legal experts believe that, given the severity of the charges and the growing pile of evidence, Diddy may seek a plea deal to avoid the lengthy and damaging process of a full trial. If he does go to trial and is convicted, he could face decades in prison, effectively ending his career and leaving his legacy in tatters. On the other hand, Diddy's legal team is working tirelessly to challenge the charges, claiming that the allegations are part of a coordinated effort to tarnish his name. They have suggested that Diddy is a target because of his wealth and influence. Diddy's legal proceedings. It all started in September 2024, when federal authorities arrested him in New York on serious charges, sex trafficking, racketeering, and more. According to the indictment, Diddy allegedly ran a criminal enterprise for years that used his business empire, Bad Boy Entertainment, to facilitate these activities. We're talking forced labor, sexual exploitation, and even intimidation tactics to keep everything under wraps. These freak-off parties, which Diddy reportedly organized, were said to be wild, drug-fueled events where vulnerable people were exploited. But this isn't just about one or two incidents. The indictment suggests this behavior goes back years, potentially as far back as the early 2000s. For nearly a year, Diddy had already been battling multiple civil lawsuits accusing him of sexual misconduct. Things escalated when federal investigators raided his properties, turning up disturbing evidence of a larger network of abuse. So what's the fallout? Well, Diddy's career has been flipped upside down. His business empire, including Bad Boy Records and ventures like Ciroc Vodka, has come under intense scrutiny. Not to mention, the credibility and legacy he spent decades building are now at risk of being completely dismantled. And despite his legal team insisting he's innocent, Diddy has been denied bail. Twice.
Back in federal court today in Manhattan, this time trying to secure bail. The music mogul was denied bail yesterday.
Prosecutors argued that his wealth and connections made him a flight risk, not to mention the risk of witness intimidation. While some fans are holding out hope for his innocence, the evidence seems to be stacking up, and his once glamorous life is now mired in scandal. So, what does this mean for Diddy's once untouchable career? And is there a deeper connection linking him to other high-profile figures with similar allegations? That's exactly what we're about to explore as we dive into Diddy's unsettling links to Jeffrey Epstein, the Epstein connection. Now let's dive into one of the most shocking aspects of the Diddy case, the growing conspiracy theories linking him to Jeffrey Epstein. Both men stand accused of deeply disturbing operations involving the exploitation and manipulation of vulnerable individuals, which has led many to draw parallels between their cases. First off, the accusations against Diddy share some eerie similarities to those levied against Epstein. Both men are alleged to have used their wealth, power, and vast networks to exploit women and young people. Epstein's notorious parties on his private island involved high-profile guests, underage girls, and allegations of sexual trafficking on an international scale. Diddy, while not accused of the same kind of global trafficking, is said to have hosted similar freak-off parties, where drugs, manipulation, and sexual abuse were rampant. Some conspiracy theorists argue that Diddy's parties were smaller scale but reflected the same power dynamics and exploitation as Epstein's infamous gatherings. In both cases, we see a pattern of using social influence to draw in not only victims but other powerful individuals who either turned a blind eye or participated. For many conspiracy theorists, the parallels are too striking to ignore. Conspiracies run wild when high-profile figures like Diddy and Epstein are involved, largely because of the secrecy surrounding their personal lives and the hidden nature of their alleged crimes. In the case of Epstein, leaked flight logs and testimonies revealed a long list of famous guests, from politicians to actors. The question some are now asking is, was Diddy on that list? Could he have been involved in similar activities? As of now, no one has uncovered any verifiable proof of Diddy visiting Epstein's island, but in the court of public opinion, that hasn't stopped the rumors from spreading. Some argue that the legal trouble Diddy now finds himself in could be a result of trying to cover up connections to a much larger, more sinister network, a theory that draws disturbing parallels to how Epstein operated before his arrest.
Well, I have kept this secret for like 14 years. I mean, the first time I experienced it was 2010.
One of the most gripping conspiracy theories about both Diddy and Epstein is the idea that they ran blackmail networks. In Epstein's case, it's widely speculated that his lavish parties were a front for a larger operation designed to capture compromising material on the rich and powerful. Hidden cameras, secret recordings, and vulnerable guests. These were allegedly used to exert control over high-profile individuals. Similarly, some conspiracy theorists believe that Diddy's freak-off parties could have served the same purpose. The theory goes that these parties weren't just for Diddy's pleasure, but were elaborate traps set up to blackmail others. The events were allegedly recorded, with video evidence of powerful guests engaging in illegal or immoral acts. This supposed leverage could be used for business deals, political favors, or simply as insurance to keep people loyal. Of course, like many conspiracy theories, this one is rooted in speculation rather than concrete evidence. But given Epstein's well-known use of blackmail, many believe Diddy might have adopted a similar strategy, using his influence to manipulate not just victims, but fellow celebrities and business leaders. But this conspiracy goes deeper. Could Diddy's downfall be linked to powerful figures trying to cover up their own involvement? And are there more connections between Diddy and Epstein that have yet to surface? Follow along as we look into how Epstein's mysterious death may have set the stage for the danger Diddy now faces behind bars, Epstein's death and risks for Diddy in jail. Let's talk about one of the most controversial elements in the Diddy case, the risks he faces while in jail, and how it mirrors the situation of Jeffrey Epstein before his death. The parallels between their cases have fueled even more speculation and conspiracy theories. Jeffrey Epstein's death in 2019 at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, or MCC in Manhattan, sparked intense controversy. Officially, his death was ruled as self-inflicted, but from the start, many people suspected foul play.
Breaking news this hour, officials say multimillionaire Jeffrey Epstein has taken his own life.
Epstein, who was facing sex trafficking charges involving minors, had powerful connections across politics, entertainment, and finance. The idea that he could have been murdered to protect others involved in his criminal activities spread quickly. The fact that Epstein had previously been on watch but wasn't monitored properly at the time of his death only added to the public's distrust of the official story. Many believe he was silenced to protect high-profile individuals linked to his trafficking ring. Now, fast forward to 2024, and we see similar concerns rising with Diddy. After his arrest on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, he was placed in the Metropolitan Detention Center, or MDC in Brooklyn, a facility notorious for harsh conditions and previous incidents of inmates taking their own lives. As with Epstein, people are worried about Diddy's safety while he awaits trial. Could Diddy be at risk of being silenced the same way conspiracy theorists believe Epstein was? These questions have been floating around online, with some even using the term Epstein to describe the potential danger Diddy faces while in custody.
The biggest thing with all this is he going to get Epsteined.
There had to be some real celebrities that were there,
Well, he has
involved?
tapes on people.
In response to these concerns, Diddy has been placed on watch, despite reports that he isn't showing any signs of self-harm tendencies. According to his legal team, the decision is routine for high-profile inmates facing serious charges, and it's meant as a precautionary measure. But many are skeptical, viewing it as eerily similar to what happened to Epstein. So, what is being done to ensure Diddy's safety? Since his arrest, Diddy has been under close watch at the MDC, a facility that has been criticized for its unsafe conditions. The jail has struggled with violence, poor staffing, and several instances of self-harm in recent years. To mitigate the risks, Diddy has been placed in a special housing unit, or SHU, which provides heightened security and isolation from the general inmate population. These units are designed to protect inmates at risk of harm, either from themselves or others. In addition to his placement in the SHU, Diddy is being monitored 24/7 by prison staff. This includes regular checks, constant video surveillance, and the use of a safety smock, a garment that cannot be used for self-harm. These measures are intended to prevent any incidents, especially given the high-profile nature of his case and the global attention it has drawn. However, while these precautions are in place, the Metropolitan Detention Center itself has been described as hell on earth by former inmates and critics alike. Reports detail overcrowding, frequent lockdowns, and a lack of basic services, raising concerns about whether the facility is truly equipped to prevent another tragic incident like Epstein's.
There have been 2 murders, 4 suicides, and numerous stabbings and lockdowns in recent years.